Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know this rush hour of August 26, Monday. I'm Gretchen Diez. Let's jumpstart today's rush with the declaration of state of calamity over Ilocos Norte. This comes after a severe tropical storm Ineng brought heavy rains that caused a massive flooding in the province. In an emergency session, the Sangguniang Panlalawigan declared a state of calamity as recommended by the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction Management and Resiliency Council. Now, aside from severe flooding, road blockages and closures, landslides and deaths of livestock have been reported throughout the province over the weekend. Ineng also caused 1 death and 2 injuries in Pasukin, Ilocos Norte, while 25 families were affected in 4 barangays in Itbayat, Batanes. Now, some parts of the national highway in Bacara, Ilocos Norte remain unpassable due to the flood. Now, as of today, Ilocos Norte has recorded about 230 million pesos worth of damage in infrastructure and agriculture, with over 18,000 residents affected. Naiya Seaport. This is how some netizens dubbed the gateway after heavy downpour caused ankle-deep floods at the Naiya Terminal 4 on Saturday. Authorities or airport authorities say all 5 high-capacity pumps were working at the time for the downpour, but the volume of rainwater that accumulated was apparently too much to be pumped out. Now, despite the flooded tarmac, flight operations went on as usual with all airport buses utilized to shuttle passengers to and from the aircraft. Now, the only time operations were suspended was when Pag-asa issued a lightning red alert at about 9 in the morning on Saturday due to thunderstorms. The alert was lifted less than 30 minutes later and operations went back to normal. Ineng has finally left the Philippine area of responsibility over the weekend, but Pag-asa warns that another low-pressure area is seen off the coast of eastern Samar. Now, to give us the latest weather update, we have with us this morning live on the line, Benny Estareja from Pag-asa Weather Forecasting Center. Benny, good morning.
Good morning, Riza, and to all the viewers.
So, Benny, Ineng has already exited the Philippine area of responsibility, correct?
Yes, it's currently in the southeastern part of China.
But we are getting reports that there is another low-pressure area.
Yes, there is indeed a low-pressure area which entered our Philippine area of responsibility last night. And as of 3 in the morning, it was estimated at 770 kilometers east of Giwan, eastern Samar.
Is this LPA, Benny, we're looking into perhaps developing into a tropical storm in the next coming days?
Yes, we're seeing it developing into a tropical depression within the next 24 hours. And in that case, it will be named Jenny, which is the 3rd tropical cyclone for this month and the 10th tropical cyclone for this year.
Do we expect it also to make landfall, and if ever, where?
Unlike Ineng, we're seeing this tropical depression and this low-pressure area and possible Jenny to make a landfall over northern Luzon sometime between Tuesday afternoon up until the morning of Wednesday. And other than that, we're seeing parts of central Luzon and even Metro Manila to be directly affected by this weather disturbance.
Benny, is Jenny also affecting the Habagat?
Yes, we're seeing possible Jenny to enhance the Habagat or southwest monsoon by Wednesday and Thursday, especially over here in the western section of Luzon and even Visayas.
With the presence of this LPA, what is the weather looking like, Benny, for Luzon today?
For today, we're still seeing some fair weather over most parts of Luzon, and the outer part, or the so-called trough of LPA, is currently affecting Bicol region and the whole of Visayas and most parts of Mindanao. There are some scattered light to moderate rains. And in the coming days, as the low-pressure area approaches the landmass of Luzon, we're seeing most of Luzon and Visayas experiencing light to moderate with at times heavy rains.
Finally, are there other weather disturbances that we're looking apart than this?
Apart from this low-pressure area, we're not seeing any new low-pressure area or even tropical cyclones to develop for the next 3 days at least.
Okay, thank you. That was Pag-asa weather forecaster Benny Estareja. A barangay in Quezon City has come up with a unique solution to curb the dengue epidemic. That's on top of cleanup drives and awareness campaigns. Old Balara has enlisted the help of 1,000 frogs. Ria Fernandez has a story.
Dengue cases in the country continue to rise, with Quezon City recording the highest number of related deaths in Metro Manila. With this, it's all hands on deck for various cleanup drives in every barangay in the city. But one barangay came up with quite an unorthodox solution to the spread of the dengue virus.
The Old Balara once ranked 6 in barangays with the most number of dengue cases in Quezon City. But now it has gone down to 22 due to non-stop fumigation and cleaning in the area. But its government really wants to eradicate dengue by introducing another measure, frogs.
1,000 frogs from Baras Rizal were set loose on the city's creeks, grasslands, and abandoned lots. The frogs were apparently a gift from a friend of Barangay Captain Alan Franza.
Ang tingin ko dyan, ano lang yan yung basic yung dati. Kasi nung itong lugar po namin, nung araw, bukid po ito. So marami kami naririnig na huni ng palaka, no? At nung araw, hindi problema natin ang dengue. So it means to say, dahil ang palaka kumakain ng mga insekto, gaya ng lamok, langaw, so maaaring makabawas doon sa problema ng ating gobyerno.
The Barangay Council says Old Balara has not recorded any new dengue cases since they released the horde of frogs last week.
Malaking tulong po yun, ma'am, sa para hindi maiwas dengue sa mga bata rito.
Now, the local council wants to set loose even more frogs in the area. Still, Franza emphasized that cleanliness is still the people's biggest weapon against dengue. For News 5, Ria Fernandez, We Are One News.
The Justice Department clarified that convicted Mayor Antonio Sanchez is not qualified for early release, but the Sarmena family says he should not have been considered in the first place. Greg Gregorio with the story.
Eileen Sarmenta's family finally received some good news after the Justice Department clarified that convicted rapist murderer Antonio Sanchez is not qualified for early release under the Good Conduct Time Allowance law. Eileen's mother, Clara, also thanked the palace for saying that they will not allow Sanchez to be set free for his crimes. However, the Sarmenta family is still wondering how Sanchez ever got to be qualified if the GCTA law clearly states that those convicted of heinous crimes are automatically disqualified from its benefits.
My God, anong klaseng mga mga tauhan ng ating pamahalaan, nag-i-issue sila ng statement na hindi man lang nila niripasok kung ano yung sinasabi nila.
Recall that the DOJ first said that the former Calauan mayor may be released following the retroactive implementation of Republic Act 10592. That's on top of earlier reports from the Bureau of Corrections that Sanchez is supposedly a changed man. But his previous records show that Sanchez was allegedly caught smuggling marijuana and shabu in his cell, which for many is a clear indication that he did not exhibit good conduct during his time in prison.
Sa akin, simple lang yan. Hindi pinayagan ng Board of Parole and Pardon si Sanchez because of the gravity of his offense. Tapos sasabihin nila qualified sa good conduct time allowance.
Sanchez applied for executive clemency back in 2018, but it was dismissed by the Bureau of Pardon and Parole. Earlier this year, his motion for reconsideration was also denied. Eileen's family is now demanding that Sanchez serve his full time in jail, especially since despite his conviction, the former mayor still believes his innocence. The Sarmenta family is also one with a call for the transparent implementation of the GCTA law, which includes publicly naming the people up for early release.
Sana maging ganun naman din sila na transparent kasi hindi kamukha nito na bulaga tayong lahat.
And despite the government's clarification, the Sarmenta family says the damage has been done. Old wounds have been opened, and it will take some time before they can heal again.
Halos mamatay na naman ako sa sakit ng loob, di ba? Nanumbalik lahat yun. Kung sakaling mangyari ulit ito sa ibang pamilya, sana po mag-practice sila ng due diligence and sincerity.
For News 5, Greg Gregorio, We Are One News.
Gender equality advocate Gretchen Diez says she's open to running for office. Diez explained that she's willing to maximize all the power that she has right now to advocate a change and equality for the LGBTQ plus community. And if this means having to run for office, Diez is up for it. However, the Pinay clarified that what she wants right now is to find a justice over the alleged discrimination she faced at the Farmers Plaza in Cubao. Meanwhile, in a statement, the LGBTQ plus party list said Diez is free to do what she wants. The group also highlighted their plans on pushing for the SOGI equality bill in the Senate and to file the proposed ordinance against all forms of discriminations with the LGBTQs. Meanwhile, here are the biggest stories from the dailies. The House of Representatives is insisting on its own version of the liquor tax bill, which proposes lower rates than those suggested by the Finance and Health Departments. Meanwhile, Senator Pia Cayetano's plan is to adopt the DOF version and endorse it for Senate approval. Last week, the House approved the bill increasing taxes on beer and other alcoholic products on the third and final reading. Now, if the Senate goes for the DOF version, the two chambers have to convene to come up with a compromise. Filipino Star ngayon reports that the armed forces now believes China may be spying on our country. Westmincom Commander Cirilito Sobejana says the presence of two Chinese warships in Sibutu Strait is no longer an innocent passage. That's because they turned off their automatic identification system and don't answer to the calls of the AFP. The Army now has reservations on allowing Beijing's warships to enter the Philippine territory due to the lack of coordination from the Middle Kingdom. And this from the Freeman, Mandaue City government's regular and contractual workers have not been paid for almost 2 months since the start of the new administration. The city's Budget and Finance Committee head has now called on the concerned offices to expedite the release. Several city officers are set to explain the reason for the delay before the council discuss possible solutions on their session on Tuesday. Let's fast break now to Sports Rush. It's shaping up to be a thrilling and unpredictable PSL final series between F2 and Signal, with Game 1 already going into a decider. Justin Punsalang has the details.
For the first time ever, the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers and the Signal HD Spikers squared off in the PSL finals, and their maiden meeting did not disappoint. It took the full 5 sets to decide the winner of Game 1 of their best-of-3 finals. And it was the favorites who survived the marathon.
Kita naman natin kung ano pinagdaanan ng Signal. So, hindi sila makakarating dyan kung wala silang gustong patunayan sa sarili nila. Well, expect na talaga kami ng hindi madaling laban yung pagdadaanan namin.
Team Captain Abby Maraño is known for her swag and confidence, though she admits she lost confidence during the 3rd and 4th sets. But with the help of their coaching staff and her teammates, she regained her composure when it mattered.
Ni-remind niya na ikaw yung captain dyan sa loob, di ka pwedeng bakitaan ng mga kasama ng ganyan. So, from him, nakakuha ko ng confidence, and sinabi ko kagad sa mga teammates ko na wag silang sumunod sa akin, wag silang mahawa sa akin. Laruin nila yung kaya nilang gawin, magtiwala sa bawat isa, and at the same time, humingi din ako ng tulong.
Kalei Mao led the team in her first ever final stint with 27 points built on 25 kills, while Ara Galang and Majoy Baron chipped in 11 markers apiece. Now they believe Game 2 will be even tougher.
Yeah, I expected it. Knowing that they're fighters, this team is scrappy, and Jack is awesome back there in the defense, and I really have to mix up the shots.
Rachel Ann Dakis only scored 5 points for the losing side as she was not 100% going into the game.
Siguro nagulat din ng kasi karamihan wala si Rachel sa loob eh. So yun ang naging problem kapag wala yung leader sa loob. So nawawala pagka nagkakaroon ng mga mistakes.
Hindi man kami nanalo, pero yung lesson na matutunan namin today is madadala namin for Game 2. At least, nakita namin yung gauge na kaya namin na makipagsabayan.
Game 2 of their series will be on Tuesday at the Mall of Asia Arena. For News 5, Justine Punsalang, we are One News.
Now, over in the FIBA Asia Cup, the Gilas 3x3 under-18 boys succumbed to the Chinese team in the quarterfinals, but the Gilas Girls were quick to avenge them, cupping the bronze medal against China's girls squad. Jat Sulit has the report.
It's the knockout round in day 3 of the FIBA 3x3 Under-18 Asia Cup here in Malaysia, and both our girls and boys team will be hoping to bring medals back home to Manila. The Gilas Girls were first up in the quarterfinals. They caught the attention of everyone when they eliminated New Zealand with an 11-9 win thanks to their stellar defense. Soon after, the Gilas boys faced China. The Philippines started well. However, they ran into challenges when 2 players suffered injuries. Terence Fortea tweaked his ankle but still kept playing. Jerry Abadiano, however, incurred a cut on his head and had to exit the match. China eventually eliminated the Filipinos 21-17.
Sa akin, start pa lang naman, sabi namin sa isa't isa, kahit talaga namin, kasi kilala na namin isa't isa. So, nandun si Carl, kung healthy kami lahat, siguro iba yung storya nun. Kay Jerry ata, nasiko siya eh. So, yun, nagka-cut siya sa noo. Sa akin, pagka-layup ko, may palubog dun sa ilalim ng ring. So, napunta ako ng top pa ako. Tapilok ako.
In the semifinals, the girls faced Australia. The physical strength of the Aussies proved to be too much to handle for the Philippines as they fell short 15-12. However, they redeemed themselves in the bronze medal match against China, where they showed a lot of heart against taller opponents. The Gilas Girls overcame China 14-11 to take the bronze medal.
Going back home, knowing that we have a medal, it's a privilege and it's a gift from God, and I wouldn't have wanted to do it with anyone else. Thank you to Coach Pat, Coach Julie, everyone, my teammates at NU. Couldn't have done it without you guys.
Amazing run. Thank you for the girls. Thank you for all the support na nagdasal para sa amin. Talagang siguro we really worked hard for this. And sana, more exposure for us and we'll get more better the next time. But siyempre, expectations are higher because you did good at World Cup. So again, medal finish here or semi-final finish here is good for us already. Together on 3, 1, 2, 3!
Together! Just as they intended, the Gilas Pilipinas girls bring home a medal from the FIBA 3x3 Under-18 Asia Cup. From Cyberjaya, Malaysia, Jot Sulit. We are One News.
And that's how today is shaping up to be. Join us again next time for another round of Rush. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.
Thank you.